Today we're at the second annual event for the ATTC since we received our funding from NIHR, where we're focusing on clinical trial and how we accelerate that. We want to communicate what we've been doing over the last year, but importantly, we would need to hear from all of our stakeholders what we need to do more of. So it's a two-way thing. We're communicating, but we're listening.
The UK landscape for clinical trials, I would say, is very much growing. There's a lot of capability and expertise to support clinical developers. The ATTC network plays a vital role because it enables us to be able to link together critical building blocks for growing the landscape.
The annual ATTC event's a really important opportunity for everyone within the network to come together, discuss all of the different initiatives that we have going on across the network to try and make clinical trial setup easier, to facilitate recruitment to patients and make the UK a really great place to come to do clinical trials.
It brings people together where they can exchange ideas, they can work together on new concepts, and they can increase the scale and reduce the fragmentation that allows companies to come in and get into and out of clinical trials much more quickly.
As a country, we're doing impressively well in terms of the representation of advanced therapy clinical trials. Going forward, we really need to focus on the larger phase 3 pivotal clinical trials and the adoption of these kinds of treatments.
I think there's been some great discussion today at the event, particularly around moving from identification of what the barriers are to clinical trials to actually trying to find solutions and rolling those out in the UK.
The network is accelerating clinical trials within the UK by really seeking to address a number of the key challenges that we see. Things like workforce, capability, infrastructure, looking at standardisation, and also looking at things like patient referral pathways at a national level.
Over the year, we've managed to do so much. We've brought London in, so London's fully embedded in the network. We've looked at clinical trial acceleration, what are the barriers to that? We're also looking at training and education and how do we roll that out across the whole of the NHS. And importantly, looking at how do we improve what is available for patients, not just the product, not just the clinical trials, but the information that's available to them.
If everybody's working to a common approach and a common system, it allows scale, but it also allows innovation over time, and that's what will really allow us to move to a completely new way of doing clinical trials in the UK.